Hi, it's Chris and Goran from PickDogs.com here with your Matchday 2 look ahead for League 1. We've got plenty of content over at PickDogs.com, so make sure you go over and check it out. We do more free pick videos than anyone. We do it bigger than better than anyone else. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button. Goran, League 1, Ligue 1, I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but the French League, the top flight of French football, kicking off their second match day this week. We had a quite a surprising first day of action. Some surprising results, and some that weren't so surprising.
Yeah, exactly. And this time, Chris, we are not skipping the Friday game, I guess.
Absolutely not. So let's kick it off right away. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at Monaco and Lorient, and we can see right here, you and I are both on Monaco in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Lorient has had a decent preseason. They haven't lost in their last 8 games. They haven't lost in their last 8 home games. But Monaco is the better team here. Even though they tied in the first game against Nantes at home, they were so much better. They have had so many chances. They just weren't able to use most of them. But Monaco has also been playing the Champions League qualifications, and they have beaten Sparta Prague twice. They have qualified for the knockouts, and to put it simply, Monaco needs to win this game here if they want to stay on PSG's toes or whoever is going to be on top. Because if they lose this game and PSG wins their game, Monaco is 5 points behind, and it's been only 2 games, so. I think Coach Niko Kovac might rest a few players just because they have another Champions League game next week. But I think Monaco is still the better team with more quality, and minus 138 for Monaco. I think that's a gift. I'll take.
You know what? I'm with you mainly because I agree with everything you said. This is a game that Monaco has to use to really set the tone on their season. They can't afford to drop points, like you said. 2 games now is still 2 games down the road that you still have to make up if you're dropping 5 points, because the number of points doesn't change over the course of the season. Yeah, you play who's in front of you, but that doesn't matter when you got teams like PSG and Lille are very rarely dropping points. It makes it hard to make up ground. So I'm with you here. I think Monaco, just a team with better quality, and I think Lorient's just in for a hard day in this one.
Yeah, I gotta agree, and we all know what kind of team PSG has, and I don't think they will drop a lot of points this season.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So now we're gonna look at the title holders. We got Lille taking on Nice, and another consensus here is we both like Lille on the money line.
Yeah, Lille was solid in their first game of the season. They got ahead, but then they conceded 3 goals. Luckily for them, they had an extra player on the field, and they were able to tie that game with a goal in the 97th minute, I believe. It ended 3-3. But honestly, even at even strength, Lille was the better team in that game, and they deserved the win. But sometimes that doesn't happen. And honestly, to get Lille at home for minus 120 here, I'm taking that any day. Just because they are still a great team. They still have all of their players from last season, and I see them getting their first win here.
Yeah, sometimes you want to talk about there being a potential trap line. I think this is just an early Christmas present. Like you said, they're the holders. They're the better team here. All due respect to Nice and the wins that they'll pick up this season, this just isn't going to be one of them. Lille, I think, knows the position they're in. And that, it's the same thing that Monaco's dealing with. You can't afford to drop points because, for lack of a better term, PSG's absolutely stacked. And I think that if Lille wants to retain their title and make sure that, that they give themselves at least a fighting chance towards the end of the season, they've got to win games like these, and, you never really take a rest. So I got to look at Lille on the money line here with you as well at minus 120. It's a wonderful price for the defending champions. But speaking of PSG, we're going to look at PSG now. They host Strasbourg, a team that I said I was very high on in the preview video. But I think you and I are both going to look with PSG in this one.
Yeah, how can you not? PSG has had a fantastic transfer window. Not only because they signed Messi for free, they signed Ramos for free. They signed Donnarumma, who's who's won the Euro Cup. They signed him for free. They signed Wijnaldum from Liverpool for free as well. And they signed Hakimi from Inter Milan for 60 million euros, and that's the player that scored in their season opener last week in that win. But I think Messi is gonna be out of lineup for another couple of weeks. I think August 29th is when they are expecting him to play. And Ramos is still injured. So he's gonna be playing next week, I believe. But PSG still has a huge depth. They still have Neymar. They still have Mbappe, Icardi, Di Maria. You name it, they have it. And there's just no way I can go against PSG in this one. PSG and over 2.5 for -175. That's a nice parlay boost if you like betting on parlays, and I'm gonna take it.
Can we just say that maybe PSG in the transfer window had the heist of the century? I mean, getting Donnarumma on a free transfer. Whether you want to say that they paid for all these players or not, you could say Hakimi, Donnarumma, and I'm sorry, it's escaping me the other transfer that they picked up, but you get three quality world class players for basically 60 million pounds, 60 million euros. That is a steal, and Donnarumma's gonna be probably your first string goalkeeper for probably the next 10 years should you decide to keep him. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. We saw it at the Euros, but again, this just simply goes down to PSG being the better team. PSG. Neither of us are going to lay -500. We all know that PSG is probably winning this game, but that's why I'm looking at PSG to lead at the half and then basically win the match at full time. -150. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these.
Yeah, I gotta agree, Chris. I know that there's been a lot of articles in the newspapers over the last couple of days that Mbappe is now super unhappy that he wants to leave just because the Messi has arrived and because Mbappe doesn't want to play in his shadow. But that's just his ego. I think when he sees how easy it is to play with Messi, they will be one of the biggest contestants to win the Champions League, that's for sure, this season, because they boosted their defense, they boosted their offense a lot. And sure, Mbappe might leave, but it's not going to be this season. I think it's going to be next season, and I think he's going to have another great season alongside Messi and Neymar.
We can call it ego, maybe we can call it immaturity as well, because you realize Mbappe's 21, 22 years old, and he has the opportunity to play with arguably, and this is always going to be a debate, the greatest of all time in Lionel Messi, and you turn that down because you don't want to be in his shadow. Well, I'll tell you what, being in his shadow is not necessarily a bad thing, because you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn, the winning pedigree that he's had in La Liga, that he's going to bring to Ligue 1, that yes, you've already had with PSG, but that you could probably have for years to come if you decide to learn under the tree. You don't see I hate to divert this to the NFL, but you don't see quarterbacks all the time complain when they have to sit under a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning. You learn under the greatest, and you pay the dividends, or you reap the benefits of it down the road.
Yeah, honestly, Mbappe should take a good look at Neymar, because Neymar has made the same mistake when he left Barcelona, just because he didn't want to be in Messi's shadow. And to be honest, ever since he left Barcelona, sure, he had some great games, he had some fantastic games, but he never had a season like he had in Barcelona when he was playing with Messi.
And it's ironic that Messi and Neymar are back together once again. Anyways, we look at the final game of the video that we're going to take a look at for Ligue 1 this weekend. We got Marseille and Bordeaux, and we're both on Marseille in this one.
Yeah, I know that I was talking about Marseille in our Ligue 1 preview video, that they're going to be a huge disappointment this season, and that might turn out to be the truth. But at the moment, Marseille has been playing great, especially in the attacking end. They were losing 2-0 in their first game of the season, and they ended up winning that game 3-2 with, I think, 3 goals in the second half, and that was just fantastic, which means their confidence is sky high now. And now they're getting Bordeaux, the team that has been in the free fall for the last few seasons. Sure, they hired Vladimir Petkovic, who was the Switzerland's coach in the Euro Cup, as their head coach, and he might get them on the right path, but I think it's going to take some time for that to happen. But until that happens, I just got to go with Marseille at home. It is minus 175, which is another parlay boost if you ask me. But if you've been looking for a value, you can always add Marseille and over 2.5.
Yeah, raise your hand if you had Clermont in first place in the league table after the first game. Yeah, no hands are in the air. You know, Bordeaux, thanks for that. You absolutely did not show up against Clermont, and let's face it, you made Clermont look like just the better team when that probably should have been, I don't want to say a layup, but that was a winnable game. That was a winnable game for Bordeaux to start the season on the right foot, and they get shut out. It's the first game of a new season. I know anything can happen, but come on. Anyways, I just think Marseille, the better, the more complete team here. Could Bordeaux end up getting on the score sheet? Sure, this is a bit of a rivalry in League One. But again, I just think Marseille is the better team. I think they win this one at least 2-1, if not 3-1 or 3-0. I got to go with Marseille and over 2.5 at plus 160. You know, push that money line price a little bit further.
Yeah, I gotta agree. You know, as we can see, Marseille's defense is still not where it should be, which means that Bordeaux might take advantage of that. They might not, just because they were so bad in their season opener at home. But you know, even the blind squirrel will find a nut sometime, right?
That might be my favorite saying that I think very few people use, and I appreciate that. But we got to thank you everybody for watching. Gord, do you want to do a recap?
Yeah, exactly. Like we mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are not skipping on the Friday game this time. We both have Monaco to win against Lorient on the road, just because they need that win to keep their form good. And then we have we have Lille against Nice at home for minus 120. We have PSG and over 2.5 at home against Strasbourg, and Chris has PSG to win at halftime and at the end of the game. And we have Marseille against Bordeaux. I think that's going to be a great game. It's going to be worth watching for sure, even though you might know a player who's playing there. They don't have superstars, but that doesn't mean that the game is going to be bad. I have Marseille to win at home, minus 175. Chris has Marseille and over. I think we're looking at 2-1, maybe 3-1, like Chris said. It's going to be a great week in League One.
Absolutely, and there's going to be many more to come. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. We appreciate all the love and support. And if you're looking for more free picks, well, go to pickdogs.com. You can check out all the free content there, as well as check out Pick Dogs Premium. You can get Goran's best bets, my best bets, as well as best bets from some of the other top handicappers in the world. We'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe and check out the morning show every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the drive-thru. We'll see you later.